Hey everyone, this is Pete. Welcome to Atari A to Z, a series of short playthroughs of Atari 8-bit games, some of which I grew up with, and some of which are new to me. Today's game is one of the former. This is a game I grew up with. It's Caverns of Mars from Atari. This is one of the very earliest vertically scrolling shoot-em-ups, so it is a fascinating game from a historical perspective, but it's also a lot of fun to play as well. So let's just go right in. I'm going to go with the novice level because I'm not very good at video games, and here we go. So the aim in Caverns of Mars is to make your way down the caverns in your spaceship that I always thought looked like a half-eaten biscuit. Making sure you don't run out of fuel in the process, so you get fuel by blowing up fuel dumps, obviously, because that's how things work. And shooting everything along the way. One thing that makes the shooting in this quite interesting is, as you can see, you only shoot from the wings of your ship. You don't shoot from the center point, as you do in a lot of shoot-em-ups. So it's actually quite possible to position yourself over something and completely miss it because you're not firing at the right point. So this bit here means you're getting towards the bottom of the cavern. Oh dear! So you have a swarm of enemies to deal with. The ships with F on, as you might expect, give you a bit of extra fuel. And the other stuff is just there to get in your way. I did always like the sound effects in this. They're very simple, but the fact that the kind of note of your ship's engine changes as you move up and down the screen is really nice. It's got a nice, simple but effective explosion sound as well. So here we are at the bottom of the cavern. Have to get there before our fuel expires, which we're just about going to do, I think. Or are we? Oh, just. So I believe the concept of this is you're getting all the way down to the bottom in order to set a bomb, and then you have to get back out again within 30 seconds. And you can't shoot on the way up. So I hope you took out a lot of stuff on the way down. If any of you have played Xenoblade Chronicles on the Nintendo Switch, this concept might be pretty familiar to you because it's very similar to Tiger. In fact, it's almost identical. This actually hadn't occurred to me until I started this playthrough, but there you go. Tiger is clearly a Caverns of Mars ripoff. Now you know. If you're going to rip things off, then do it from the best, I guess. There we are. First level down. Explosion! Alright. Onward! As you progress, you start having to deal with more difficult hazards, so you have more difficult cavern layouts. And I believe some of the things on the ground either start shooting at you or just start launching themselves into your path as well. So you need to take care to try and conserve your fuel, or replenish your fuel, I should say. Especially during this bit. Oh dear. Well, you're actually relatively limited in your opportunities to do things. Although when you get destroyed, you will notice that your fuel does replenish to its maximum. Which is helpful. I'm not sure offhand if there is an end to this game, if it just keeps going. Judging from when it came out, which was early 80s, I'm guessing this is probably a game that just keeps going and going for as long as you can survive, because, it gets pretty tough pretty quickly. This game always reminded me of some of Activision stuff on the 2600 and the Atari 8-bit. Just because of things like that scrolling message that you get. Activision games always had a scrolling message giving... It's a bit faster this time. Activision games always had a scrolling message when they started up, telling you things like the credits, who was behind the game and that sort of thing. Oh dear. This has got very difficult. Don't seem to be losing lives. I wonder if you don't lose lives on the way up. You just lose time. Because yes, I was definitely taken with that cavern. Alright. Oh well, I don't appear to have any lives left anymore, so... Bug? I don't know. So this game actually spawned a sequel as well, Caverns of Mars 2, which was a horizontally scrolling shooter. Which I don't have quite as fond memories of this one. Quite as fond memories as this one, I should say. But it was still a decent game. But certainly just not quite as influential as this one was. As this literally was one of the progenitors of the vertically scrolling shoot 'em up. Like, we wouldn't have that genre without this game. Well, we probably would, but we might not have had it as soon. Let's put it that way. Alright, down to the bottom next time. Still not convinced I'm losing lives. I wonder if this is a hacked version with a trainer on it or something. I guess we'll find out. As you can see, each subsequent... Oh dear. Each subsequent level is a lot faster on the way up. And with tighter caverns to negotiate. And I'm bad at this. Gonna run out of time. And there it is. Okay, I suspect I'm running a version with a trainer on it here, because if you look, I can die and the game doesn't end. So, we will leave that playthrough there for now. You get the idea, certainly. If you do get a chance to play this, make sure you play a version that doesn't give you infinite lives, because it's not nearly as fun. It's still a cool game though, and like I say, massively influential as well, so well worth checking out if you're interested in the history of shoot 'em ups and some classic games from the Atari 8-bit. So, I will leave that there for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.